I'm joined by Dr. Rajesh Shukla, who is from Canada's university in Ottawa, St. Paul University.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Dr. Rajesh Shukla, first of all, tell us that how come did you end up being in Canada? You basically belong to India, right?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
that's correct. I was born in Uttar Pradesh and I grew up in UP. And then I studied in Allahabad University. I did my BA and then went to Delhi University for my MA and MPhil degrees. After that, I was looking to do my PhD, and it so happened that I found an opportunity to go to the University of Ottawa in Canada, and so I did my PhD there. I had gone there basically for my doctoral work and decided to stay there.
So, since you are in a university in Canada, you know, I'll come to the question that every student has, in particular in this part where I am, where this Punjab, everyone, has wanted to be in Canada. This has been like a dream. So, how do you see the situation now? Do you think Canada is as welcoming as it used to be, or is there some change? Because we see the number of people who are going to Canada that for studies and all that seems to be dropping.
So yeah, it is correct that in recent years, the immigration numbers, and that applies to international students as well, have been tweaked, and there is some reduction in the student and immigrant intake in the coming years. But this is more or less a policy decision of the government to address a variety of factors that are at work there. And there is no motivation to be attached, because it is, like these are policy decisions, no motivation to be attached to the government. The country is still very welcoming. The government is very welcoming of the immigrants as well as international students, but they are making effort to make sure that the students who arrive in Canada are well looked after and they enjoy their studies and their experience in Canada. And if they choose to immigrate there, then they become productive members of the society. So all in all, it's still a very welcoming country, as it has always been. And these numbers are a small adjustment to address the various issues that have arisen in the Canadian social space in recent years, but nothing big, nothing major.
Yeah.
Yes.
One perception that common perception that people out here in India and this part have is that it's very life in Canada has become very difficult. The cost of living has gone up, and it's not very easy to survive there. How do you see the situation since you are based out there?
I think that like cost of living, of course, is going up everywhere. Canada is no exception. Particularly after the pandemic, the things have gone up for sure. How does that impact? I guess it impacts everybody in some ways. All Canadians have been impacted in some ways, but. Again, there is a like these are policy decisions, and the people who are responsible for those things, like they are working on it, and we just hope that they deliver on it, and that inflation, for instance, is reduced a little bit, and the prices come down, because that impacts international students a lot, because you pointed out the international students before. So it does impact them, because if it becomes expensive, then their cost of living goes up, and then they have to have more financial resources to show that they can sustain themselves and they can support themselves. So these are I hope temporary issues, and that they are resolved with time and excellent policy making that we have.
Yeah. Since you have an education background, you are teaching in a university there. So what will your advice be to the students here in particular, because they want to go and study there, and even many of them want to settle there. Do you think this continues to be a good time? Is this the right time? Do you think they should look elsewhere?
I think it's a great time. Canadian education, when it comes to the universities and the institutions that we have, colleges, they are world class. The training is fantastic. Faculties are very supportive, and I could not be more grateful in pointing this out, because I teach myself, and when we think of our university, for instance, St. Paul University, where I teach, we have extremely welcoming and friendly approach towards our students. We go an extra mile to make sure that they understand the material, they meet the objectives of the course, and are successful in their education and training. And so this is a great time. And for instance, my school, the School of Ethics and Public Affairs, where I teach, we offer a master program in public ethics, and that teaches students how to go about their education and training, and the application of the knowledge tools that they have acquired in the program when they enter the workforce. It could be working for government, it could be working for NGOs, it could be working for policy makers in any sphere. So we do make a serious effort to that end. And I would encourage to anyone who is listening to this to check us out, and to check out the St. Paul University Department of School of Ethics and Public Affairs, Faculty of Philosophy. So we have a lot to offer. So if anyone is interested, they can check us out.
Right. Talking of India and Canada relations, it's an open secret. It's not a secret that that they didn't enjoy a very good relationship until recently. But that seems to be improving. Is that a fair analysis?
Absolutely. The relationship was facing some challenges in the past few years, but there has been a change of guard in Ottawa, and the new government under our current Prime Minister is making efforts to strengthen India-Canada relations and take it in a positive direction for the benefit of both countries. India has a lot to offer. Canada has a lot to offer, and as someone who has Indian origin and who lives in Canada, I have decided to build my life there. I am a Canadian now. So I would, very much appreciate the strong relations and good rapport between both countries. Considering that they are like Commonwealth countries, fellow democracies, there is a lot that brings the two countries together, and there are very few things here and there that cause friction sometimes. And my hope is that our policymakers are able to resolve those issues and to bring the best of both countries.
You just spoke on diaspora narratives and multiculturalism. What is the gist of your talk?
The gist of my talk would be, I guess, that diaspora narratives are a powerful component of diaspora lives in Canada and elsewhere as well. And that's a great thing. That's a good thing, however you want to put it. But at the same time, I want to emphasize that diaspora should respect the values of Canadian multiculturalism and Canadian, liberal democratic system, and in a way that they can enjoy the benefits that the Canadian society and the Canadian state offers to them, and contribute to the Canadian society in a positive way, and become a force of good in Canada and abroad as well.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajesh Shukla.
Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure to speak with you.